Hey everyone, hello, how are you? It is Tuesday. 2 days ago was my one of my worst days ever with my sweet little kitty ran away for the day. So an adventure of some kind. And yeah, so anyway, I'm sorry I had to cancel yesterday. My brain and my body were I was depleted. I cried all day Sunday, and she came home at 10 p.m. So I don't know if you saw my cancel video from yesterday, but I explained it there. So hopefully, well, I don't know. Hopefully you're okay. Oh my goodness. All right. So let's get going. One of the things that went horrible yesterday that I had to cancel for was my monitor blew out. I don't know if you remember me talking about it, but my dad, I asked for a second monitor for Christmas, but for the purpose of having dual monitors, because I could look at both. Anyway, so he sent it and it came early, and yay, I'm super excited. Didn't get it set up yet, and now my one monitor blew. So I'm back to only having one, but that's better than zero, right? So let's see what we've got. Where's my paper? Where is my pen? Oh boy, isn't this fun? All right. So there we go. All right. How are you guys doing? Eva, hello. Yes, I do remember. Eva, my friend. Eva donated the other day at the end of the show, and I had already ended the stream, or just about. I can't remember now, but yeah. So, Eva, I know we've got some other donations, but Eva will go first because hers is a carryover. Okay. So let's see what we've got. Now, oh, I just turned off my, oh no, I didn't. This is Tarot at 12. We do free live tarot readings here. I choose randomly. Donations do take priority, and donations are treated like a priority and go first. So keep that in mind. And if there are a lot of donations, I do select freebies in between or afterwards. But keep that in mind. And if you want to guarantee, the donation link is in the description. I had to take down all of my notes about who's a mod and all these other things. So I'm like, not sure what we're doing, but my brain is halfway here, so we're doing okay. My new monitor is super cool. It's bigger, but it's a little brighter. I got to get used to it. Okay, so let me check PayPal, please. I got Eva up first from the other day. I do have a couple more dings and bells coming in. If you donate, please write donated, because that helps me to connect YouTube names and what do you call it? PayPal names. That's the word. Oh my God, it's December 8th, you guys. Holy crap. All right, so it looks like I have 3 right after Eva, since hers is a carryover. Please write donated. I do see that, and I will get to that right after Eva's. So Eva, what is your question? Let's see if I can find you. Hey, Jaded Kate, how are you? There's one of my mods. Armani, Alexis, hello, you guys. Alexis, you donated. Thank you. Thank you. I will get that updated, and thank you very much. Charlie Bear, how are you? Oh, wow, Night Reader Tarot. What? Night Reader, how are you? Everybody remembers the Night Reader. He is my tarot BFF. And we help each other out a lot behind the scenes, but we also used to moderate for each other in the morning. Well, now Night Reader is only on in the evening, so our paths don't cross that way anymore, but still my tarot BFF. Check him out. He's got a cool evening show and lots of other cool things, so check him out. All right, and thank you, Jaded Kate, for getting that order updated. We've got Eva first because that was a carryover. Then we have Alexis, we have Cantu, and I like that, Cantu, and beautiful Aries. Thank you. All right, and you've got 2. Okay. I'm sorry if I'm being a little off. I mean, I had the weekend off because that's my normal thing, and I have other work to do, just not a live show. And then, yes, my cat running away knocked me on my ass, mentally, physically, emotionally. I'm a mess. But she's home now. I don't know if I said that. She is home. She's safe. All right. Let's get to Eva. Hello, my future bright. All right, Eva, thanks again, and thanks for your understanding about that day. Yeah. All right, Eva. Eva is looking for messages from Spirit that you need to hear. Ooh, love Spirit messages. All right, this is the Steampunk Tarot spread out with my clear quartz to open up the energy. We're going to use modern spellcasters, though, if I can find it. Yep, here it is. Modern spellcasters will tell us what we need to know. We're looking for messages for Eva. Messages for Eva. Hello, Chrislyn. Welcome. Welcome. Glad you found the channel. Right now, we do have 5 donation questions in the queue. I do select freebies in between donations or in the absence of donations. So we'll see what happens today, but just so you're aware of where we are, everybody, we've got 5 in the queue, including Eva's. All right, messages from Spirit for Eva, please. Messages for Eva from Spirit. Okay. All right, messy. Okay, there we go. Here is our energy card. And this is our spread. Remember, the energy card is the primary energy that the tarot is picking up on in the spread, but also surrounding the question and whatever else, whatever other threads are going through that energetic pulse. So let's find out what we need to know for Eva. Okay. The primary energy coming in is the King of Wands. Now, please forgive me. I don't remember if you're with anybody. I'm not sure, but if you are single, this could imply somebody heading your way. If you're not single, this could imply a couple things, so we want to take a look. It's the King of Wands. If you guys remember what I call the King and Queen of Wands, that's the power couple. We got a power couple going on. So let's see what's going on with one half of our power couple. All right, so this is messages from Spirit. Okay, so, all right, so well, again, I'm not sure again about that relationship part. It might be picking up a little bit on that, but based on these, I'm not seeing any love, any cups, nothing. So I'm kind of thinking it doesn't have to do with that. Our court cards are most often representative of a personality type, but sometimes they are describing an event. So, sometimes it depends on what these are to tell which, So where I'm going with this, remember, this is going to clarify each of our cards. So I think what Spirit is saying here as our main message is that something that you've been working on, something that's been brewing, or your past experience of some kind is really kind of, the foot is on the gas now again about it. The momentum is moving. That's the word. The momentum is moving. Even if you're not actively working on it this second, you're going to be getting some kind of communication coming in. Now, communication could be from somebody physically calling you, talking to you, presenting something to you, but it also could be a new idea. Something kind of divinely inspired. I like to call it a download from the universe. Like sometimes when you just get that, like I thought of it in the shower, or, just popped in my head. That's what I'm getting from this more than a person communicating. It could be, but I'm feeling more like you're getting a download, and somehow it triggers something off of your past work, whether that's experience of some kind or knowledge that you've gained. Either way, it is propelling you forward, and you have to have that confidence like the King of Wands. Our King of Wands is, if I can pick it up, geez. The King of Wands, again, he's part of the power couple. And, he's kind of that person who says, I've got great new ideas. I'm super excited about things, and I know how to get it done. So this is kind of like the go big or go home guy. That's exactly right. The go big or go home. So here's this divine inspiration. Okay, Three of Pentacles says it might have something to do with your daily life. So like your physical world. So this divine inspiration is bringing about the Death card. Remember, guys, the Death card does not mean anybody is dying. That is absolutely not what it means. It is actually a very positive card, even though it looks kind of scary. But what it is talking about a chapter ending and a new chapter beginning. So I'm going to pull the final sum up with the cut card. But so far, this is very much talking about I'm, you know, it could be a person, but I'm really not getting that. I'm getting that this is kind of like a mental download, or a new idea, a flash of some kind. And based on what you've been doing, it's going to get you into that go big, go home mode, and something's going to change. I mean, this is something that is definitely an action-oriented download. So let's see what the sum up message is with our cut card. Hiya. Oh my gosh, the Knight of Wands. So we got the King and the Knight. Yeah, something's coming, honey. Something's coming. It's going to take off. I mean, look at this guy on his big bird flying away, and he's a knight. So what do knights do? Knights are like, yeehaw. I mean, they're coming in, they're getting stuff done, they're moving fast. So, yeah, something's coming. Something's coming, and I think it has something to do with your everyday life. And you know what? That power couple vibe is definitely there. This king, that go big or go home, and then our knight just jams that right back home. So the beginning and the end energies are confirming each other. Ooh, something's coming. Something's coming, Eva. Ooh. Look for a kind of like a moment where you're like thinking of something, you're like, that's a great idea. Or I didn't even know where that came from. You know, that kind of a thing. All right, Eva, thank you. Thank you, thank you. All right, so we have a couple more donations. Thank you so much, guys. I do appreciate it. You are all appreciated every second that I am on the show and doing something for the show. I'll tell you what, I've been working on a video. I'm putting together some Abraham Hicks stuff so that you guys can learn about it and see why I love it so much. Yeah, it's coming. You're welcome, Eva. Julie, hi, how are you? Yes, I'm so glad to be back. I had such a horrible Sunday, and it knocked me on my ASS. It was awful, awful. I mean, obviously, I've had bad things happen, you know, and I don't want to say this was the worst, but it was one of those moments where you just feel like you're melting and you don't know what to do, that despair. It was terrible. But she's home, and that's what counts. I don't think I've spent that much time outdoors in a while, man. I was seriously outside from like 7 a.m. till 8 p.m. and then every hour after that. All right, Alexis, thank you so much. Let's get to your question. And thank you for helping me be organized. Jaded Kate, everybody give her a big high five in the chat there. What am I doing? Oh, yeah, Alexis. So sorry. Alexis, let me find your question here. Oh, I'm not saying it. You know what I have to do? I don't know if you guys watch Tarot Oracle's show in the evening. It's right after Night Reader's show. Good show. Both of them are great. So, you know, check them all out. I mean, Night Reader, he's my Tarot BFF, but Tarot Oracle has been kind of a mentor to me. I learned quite a bit from him. But anyway, what was the point? I don't know. I lost my train of thought because I'm looking for Alexis. I'm not sure. Hello, Alexis. If I think of it, I'll say it. Maybe I'll watch the replay and I'll get a download. I don't remember why I brought that up. Oh, I know. He's got a thing that has the Q up on his corner here so everybody can see it. My moderator does a great job, though, so keep your eye on her. Oh, thank you, Alexis. Perfect. All right, beautiful. Let's find out what's going on. How does CJ feel about me? He's been distant or you've been distant. Okay, how does CJ feel now that you've been distant? Correct? All right, let's find out. We are going to use the Druidcraft. We're going to use the Druidcraft Tarot. All right. So let's find out for Alexis. How does CJ feel now that she's been distant? How does CJ feel about Alexis being distant? Okay, you've both been distant. There's been distance. I thought that's what happened. Since you said since the situation. Oh, okay. Since your situation. I get it now. Takes me a second. Click, click. All right. So we're going to find out what's going on with CJ. You've been distant. We got to find out what he's feeling about it. Yeah, he just got to make some changes, doesn't he? Man, oh man, oh man. Okay. Hiya. All right. Ooh. Okay. We've got the Princess of Cups. This is the page. The Page of Cups. Cups is love. So that's awesome. Feeling good, but you know what? There's a reason why you've been distant. So, this would be indicating his feelings, obviously. The princess is obviously a girl, but this is the page who is often a boy, so you don't have to use gender in here. Let's see what we've got. But somebody is kind of watching from afar, kind of pulling back. This could be you or CJ. I have the feeling, though, that it is more pulling CJ in because of the way I asked the question. I obviously asked it that way. So let's find out. Ooh, okay. I'll tell you exactly. Oh, there's a piece of hair. I'll tell you exactly what's going on. I can see this now. Okay. So CJ has a little bit of regret now. We've got our page, which is going to clarify each of these cards. This is somebody who's got that love vibe going, but it's kind of going to pull back, doesn't make changes very quickly or easily. Sounds like CJ, doesn't it? So there you go. You put that on the star. The star is all about kind of like that star of hope. This was you. You were working. You had the star of hope. You were trying to be hopeful. You were trying to lead the relationship back in the right direction. Notice she's pouring 2 pitchers of water. This is not cups, but this is water, and water represents emotions. So this is about having all of everything in balance, having everything you need, and all that great stuff. And then when you became distant, that made CJ say, oh my gosh, what's going on? Obviously this dude isn't doing too well, right? But what this represents, this card, is typically the death of ideas, just kind of feeling depleted, needing to start over, but not knowing what to do. Sounds like CJ. So what is CJ going to do? CJ is going to be our Prince of Swords, which is our knight. This knight likes to rush in. He's excited. I'm going to come in. I'm going to change things. I'm going to, this guy, he likes to run in super excited, but he also doesn't really have a great plan. So he often is very disorganized. He more is wanting to rush in and change it, and make things different. And he feels kind of like just by will, he can change it. Just because I want it, I'm going to change it. Well, guess what he's missing? Guess what step he's missing? He's missing the step of how to fix it, how to change it, how to not repeat it. Right? So you being strong is what's really going to matter here. Uh-oh, I'm seeing you're saying it froze. Uh-oh. Is it still frozen? Ah, crap. Can you hear me? If you can, please give me a something in the chat. Let me know you can hear me, or give me a thumbs up. It's not frozen on my end. Oh, man. Are you kidding me? All right, oh, you can hear me. Okay. Woo. I was like, oh man, I don't even know what to do about that because it's not on my end. All right. So I'm reading what you wrote now. He did his mess, and I took a step back because I was hurt, but I'm happy I did it. Okay, awesome. Okay, Alexis, it looks like it might have been, buffering on your end. Yeah. Oh man, I was gonna say, please, I can't deal with another thing right now. My kitty came home and I need to relax. Okay, so I think you heard it, and if not, the playback is not skipping or frozen, so you should be able to rewatch some of it if you missed some. Anyway, so I think he's kind of just coming in like by sheer will, saying like, "Hey man, let's get back together," but he's not fixing anything. So guess what? You could be like, "Oh yes, I feel like let's rekindle," and easily, but not without fixing it. It's going to happen. Let's look at the outcome. Hiya. Oh boy, upside down. All right. So this means that, you know what? You have a chance now to start out your journey. You know what? If CJ is going to come along on your journey, then you know what? Then he's got some stuff to prove. He can't just be disorganized. He can't just be like trying to come in and sweep you off your feet with a few nice words. There's got to be substance there. There's got to be substance. And this is saying, this message is saying to you, be ready to walk it alone. You don't need CJ. But if you want CJ, that's one thing. But do you need it? Do you want it? Now, you do need some support from CJ because I know you're expecting, and therefore, obviously, you do need some things from CJ, but you don't need CJ's BS, do you? No. And CJ needs to clean up that BS, and then obviously, hopefully, you'd come back together. But what the cards are saying right now is, assume that, you know what, I've done what I can. I've said what I need to say. Now it's in his court, and I'm going to go along and look at that. That whole field is open, right? So you just got to plan your own thing. I think that he notices this happen, and now he's laying there with all those swords in his back. And at some point, he's going to pick it up and rush back in. So he's not gone. He's not gone, honey. He'll be back. And maybe he can fix it. Maybe he can change. But, just you obviously have your good intuition there. You've been picking up on quite a bit that has happened. So, you know what? Use your intuition too, hon. Oh, good luck, Alexis. All right. Can too. I can too. How about you? I'm hilarious, aren't I? Well, wait a minute. That's your why does it say Alexis and can too? Did somebody divide up your name and I just didn't catch it? Wow, that was interesting. See, my scrambled eggs brain today. All right, you're welcome, hon. You are strong. You are the Queen of Wands. And the Empress, because you got a baby in there. So you're two. Beautiful Aries, how are you, my friend? Alexis, yeah, I don't know how I divided it up as to two people. I don't know. Beautiful Aries, my dear, made 2 donations. Let's find out what your questions are, hun. I thought I saw you, but I don't know. Cosmic Stoner, how are you, man? How's it going? All right. I'm not seeing it. Beautiful Aries. If you could drop that in the bottom of the chat, I would be forever. Okay, here we go. You will read my mind. All right, question 1. May I have a love reading for me and my boyfriend for the week? Let's do it. We're going to use Everyday Witch because we are. How you like that? Because I want to. All right, beautiful Aries. We need a love reading for beautiful Aries and her boyfriend for the week. All right. We need to know what is going on this week for beautiful Aries and her boyfriend. Let's find out. Let's see, where do I want to go? There we go. That's our energy. This is our spread. Okay. Yeah, I'm not feeling so hot. I don't know. Every little thing when you're not feeling well, it's like I'm freaking out going, oh my God, I have corona. It's just like everything. My throat itches. If I sneeze, I'm like, oh my God, I have corona. So I'm sure it's nothing, but I'm not feeling the best today. I don't know what that's about. Okay, let's find out what our energy is. Oh, a love reading for your boyfriend. Now, we've gotten the energy of 10 of Pentacles, which is awesome. Now, if it were 10 of Cups, it would have been slam dunk for love. but our 10 of Pentacles is also right there. This is about having that gratitude, that happy accomplishment, that kind of legacy feeling of, family. I mean, look, we've got our parents, we've got the kids, then we've got the grandkids, we got our dog. I mean, usually there's a grandma and grandpa in there somewhere. Maybe that's them, I don't know. But my point is, there is like that legacy factor. Like, we're doing so well that now we are just like on ancestry.com and our family looks great, right? We got that family tree going. So this looks awesome. It also represents financial stability. So that sounds like you're on the right track for that. Let's find out what this is. Now, this is for the week. So, this sounds more like, things are calm, things are going well, money looks like it might be good. But this is the major energy picking up on all of these things. Now, I don't remember if you guys aren't together right now. I'm sorry. I try to remember things, but I just don't all the time. But the Hermit implies kind of taking a moment by yourself. Now, if you guys are, on a break or whatever, well, then clearly that would make sense. If you're not, this means that sometimes you need to pull back, you need to assess, and you need to, use what you know to kind of plan on how you're going to move forward, stuff like that. This Six of Pentacles, this implies like helping. This implies like giving and receiving. So, if one of the things you guys are maybe working on, that giving and receiving coming up this week is something you should focus on. Let me see. You were together, but it seems like a break. Okay, there you go. That's what that is. Ultimately, though, we've got this awesome energy kind of covering up all these cards, right? This will be our clarifier on each one. Awesome energy. That's all we're going to say about that. Awesome energy with a little bit of money. And here you are, you're feeling like this, you're feeling alone. Is there something going on that you would have I don't know about a project or even just a conversation where you both would work together? That might be a way to kind of spark that groove, where you guys are a partnership, where you're a team. This would mean like, I don't know, do you have something you need to talk to and say, hey, I need your advice? Or maybe you're working on something. You're like, oh, I'm trying to build this birdhouse. Can you help me? I mean, I don't know. But do you see what I'm saying? An engaging joint. And how am I trying to say this? Some kind of joint effort on something. That might get that communication going again. Because here, what we've got is we've got the Queen of Wands. This is normally it's a personality. And this, to me, represents how your boyfriend really sees you. Now, events might cloud things or change things every once in a while. But, ultimately, I think that your boyfriend still sees you as his Queen of Wands. So I don't think there's a problem because this is, ultimately, there are events that feel like problems in the moment, but I don't think there's like a major underlying, problem. Looks like some giving and taking, communicating, get yourself in some kind of crisscross communication or helping. Maybe I just thought of this. Maybe it's the way you give something like, hey, do something cutesy, like, hey, I made you breakfast on bed, or hey, I made your favorite dinner, or hey, I'm going to watch the kids. I don't know what your situation is, but you see what I'm saying? Maybe that way. And that's why you're the Queen of Wands. Let's take a look at the outcome energy. Yeah, you guys are going to be okay. Something is happening based off of your past work together. This could typically represent the new beginnings based off of past work. So whatever this is, I do think it's going to pass. Ultimately, that's the outcome. During this week, though, it might serve you to see how you can either do some kind of giving and receiving kind of gesture or situation that you can kind of, I don't want to say force the issue, but you can inspire like, hey, I need some advice, or hey, I'm working on putting together this, what's it called? Can you help me? Stuff like that. Does that make sense? Ooh, okay. All right. Thank you for the first one. What is your second one, my dear? Beautiful Aries made 2 donations. It looks like after, where'd it go? There we go. After beautiful Aries, we have my future bride, Julie, and Charlie Bear. And then it looks like we have Jaded Kate. Jaded Kate. Jaded Kate. Why I put your names, all of your names, to music, I don't know. All right. Okay, beautiful Aries. Yes, I see somebody asking. The link to my PayPal is in my description box, and you'll see it sometimes in the chat posted for you, but everything is in there, including if you're thinking about a private reading. I can do a personal reading for you for as little as $5. You go to Fiverr.com. That is my new thing, man. I'm so excited to be a part of it. But I'm on Fiverr now, and I have 3 packages, 5, 10, and 20. And the link to Fiverr, to my Fiverr, they call it a gig. So my gig is in the description. So check it out, and it explains like what each of them is, and that's your way to get a private reading, personalized, and or if it's the weekend, I'm not on, and you just want to hear something, I do it within 24 hours. So keep it in mind. Now let me get that off of there. If my mouse would work and my desk would stop shaking, we would be back in business. All right, there we go. So, beautiful Aries. Why wasn't he able to see me yesterday? I'm still upset. I traveled to where he is yesterday in hopes to see him. All right, let's find out. We're going to use Deviant Moon. Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. Yes, Jaded Kate made a good point. Please, if you donate, write donated in the chat. It helps us stay on track and in order. And also it helps me because your PayPal names are often different from your YouTube, which is exactly how mine is as well. So I totally get it. That's what happens. But please, because it'll be faster. All right, so what's going on, Mr. Boyfriend? Why weren't you able to see beautiful Aries yesterday? We need some giving and receiving opportunities, so that way you can kind of hopefully turn this in the other way. I do see positive energy though around you, so that's good. That's good. Okay, there we go. Okay, energy. All right, so this is our 8 of Cups. Now, Cups is love, so we're getting in. That's the right suit for your question. But this is kind of about something like this is the energy pulling in, is kind of about letting something go and finding something more. So it's like about, okay, we got these cups here and they're not, suiting me anymore for whatever reason, whether these are emotions, this could be because of arguing or something like that, and saying, I want to find the peace. I want to find the peace. Let's find out what's in here, and we'll be able to make better sense of that. All right. Oh, there's that 10 of Cups. Remember I said that about the, what do you call it? 10 of Pentacles. And I said it's not cups, which would have been a slam dunk. Well, here's your slam dunk, honey. And then we've got our Queen of Cups, followed by our 7 of Pentacles. Okay. Are you being super emotional lately? Are you being really kind of emotional or at least in his mind? Oh my God, are you kidding me? She says, it may just be me. I've been super emotional. No way. Beautiful Aries. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. He doesn't like that. He doesn't like that. He's pushing away all those emotions. He doesn't like that. Okay. And then we're going to put it with each of these things. You still have this energy swirling around you. This is your positive, happy, it's the 10. 10, you think about it, it goes ace to 10. So this is kind of like the end of the suit, meaning I've gone through the journey from the ace with the new beginning and all the cards in between, and now I'm at the 10. The 10 is emotional well-being, happiness, love, that whole thing. It's, the 10 of Pentacles is very similar, but it often obviously involves money and things like that too, because it's physical world, right? Here's our Queen of Cups. There's you, Moody McMooderson. Queen of Cups is moody. She's loving. She loves and tries to understand and help everyone. You know what she's often known as? She's known as the best friend and the best spouse. So it's still there. This card would not be pulling up if that wasn't still kind of like a thread in there. So I don't think it's that he's completely lost interest or saying, I think he's walking away from all that emotional overbearingness. Now, whether or not you said you might be a little emotional, you don't know how he's interpreting it too. He might even be interpreting it as 10 times worse than it is. Who knows? We don't know how people think or receive information like, we do. However, it is definitely saying walking away from those emotions. We end up here with our 7 of Pentacles. Now, this is back to regular everyday life. The Pentacles talks about kind of having to wait and see what happens. We're trying to grow something. This Pentacle dude is growing stuff on his tree, and he's like, I want some more. This is about not being patient. It's about needing patience. So what I'm saying, honey, I think that there is kind of like an overload on emotional acceptance, on your boyfriend's part. Now, is he being a jerk about it? Who knows? I'm not sure. But what is happening is that emotional kind of a little too much emotional blanket on top of him. And he's like, nope, I don't want that. There's your distance. The thread of that happiness is still there. Here's you saying, I want that happiness, and he's saying, you know what? Let's have some patience here. We got to work through this. This time needs to either pass or we need to work through it. I don't think it's like some kind of like on the precipice of being over or anything, but I do think you need to pull back some emotion. Okay. It might be a turn off. So let's see what our outcome is. No way. We got it again for you. The 3 of Pentacles. This is about success off of past work. So, Pentacles, we're talking about our everyday life. Yeah, you need to pull back your emotion and focus on the bare bones of your relationship. Like what brought you to where you are in terms of before this kind of went a little goofy for you. What did you used to do that made, plan something, do something that reminds you of that. This is about success and a new beginning based off of past work. We had this in the last one too. That's pretty strong. Yeah, so I think it's the emotional overtures that are just maybe pushing him, and it can go away though. It can. You're saying he's not being a jerk, but you need a hug. Oh man, I just dropped everything. Well, I get that, honey, and I'm giving you a virtual hug right now. You feel it? All right, my friend. Good luck. All right, my future bright. How are you? Right, Jaded Kate. Planetary influences are absolutely in there. I'm not an astrologist. I only know some basics, so I don't know about, enough to give advice on it or anything, but absolutely you are right, Jaded Kate. You're welcome, beautiful Aries. All right, my future bright. Just met a new guy named Jay. Woo! Just curious about his intentions with me. Oh, how are you feeling about him? I'm assuming you are interested or you would not be asking the question. So let's find out. What do we want to use? Let's use Wizard's Tarot. Ooh. Okay. So what are Jay's intentions toward my future bright? The new meeting. Okay, this is a new connection. Jay and my future bright. What are Jay's intentions? Okay. Let me straighten up my messy shuffle. Could you imagine if I was shuffling like on camera? You guys would be all laughing at me. Okay, there's our energy card. This is our spread. We're going to see what's going on with Jay's intentions toward my future bright. All right, what are you saying here? Trying to start over in life, so you're cautious about everything. Well, that's smart. That is smart, if you can sense danger before getting it, like if you can smell smoke in the house, you're not going to, or when you're walking by, you're not going to rush in that house, right? There's smoke. It's probably on fire. So it's important. Yes. However, you know what? Think about the law of attraction. When we're looking for something to be wrong, we usually find it. Okay, so we've got the Hanged Man as our energy here. Now, the Hanged Man is often about kind of seeing things from another perspective, like sort of, seeing a new thing. A new thing. That's exactly right. A new guy. This is about, saying, okay, what direction do I want to go with this new view of where I'm going? This new opportunity. Do I walk down that path or do I not? And kind of hanging there trying to decide. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, so let's see what these are. What are the intentions? Oh boy, this is good. We got the Ten of Cups again. I don't know if you were listening to the last reading, but we also had the Ten of Cups there. The Ten of Cups, this is kind of like where you get to that emotional kind of feeling of place, where like everything, you got that satisfaction, you're feeling like you've got it all. I mean, look at a lotus fountain, for God's sakes. That's looking awesome. This is all about love and emotion too. So if we had like the devil or we had stuff like that, I'd be like, intentions here are good. We have good intentions. Now, you got to see how it develops, and see, his idea of good intentions or might be different than yours. But currently what it looks like is, yes, good intentions. This is picking up on you. This is picking up on you. The Knight of Cups, it looks like you're kind of wanting to move slow. Just because, not because you don't want it, but you're obviously observing, you're taking it all in. You are kind of also being cautious with your time, it sounds like. If you're not already, then this might be an indication that you might want to be. Our Knight of Pentacles, he's moving, he is going forward. He's looking for important changes and things like that, but he moves a little slowly because he doesn't want to make a mistake. He's planning. He is, he's a pentacle. He's a pentacle. That's what we do, right? So that's good. So we're walking in toward that. And then here we've got our Page of Cups following up after the Ten of Cups. So cups, right in a row. Love and emotion. Our page is, this page is somebody who kind of likes to take it slow too. Take it slow. What? But also somebody who sits back and wants to kind of gauge the situation. You are doing the right thing. You need to kind of gauge the situation, not because it's going to be bad. Don't expect it to be bad, because if you expect it to be bad, it is. So, that is saying that the intentions are good. Here you are trying to figure out, what to do. This is really strong. You must have really given this a lot of thought. The advice is, go slowly with it and watch your time. When relationships start off with like, suddenly you're spending the minute after you meet, you're spending all your time together. You've revealed all of your deep, dark secrets and every single trauma in your life. And then what have you got? You got a trauma bond, and that's it. You don't have a relationship. You've just now dumped all of your personal business on somebody. So it feels like you have this awesome connection, but really you just trauma bonded. This looks like this is saying, don't do that. That's just a bit of warning. Make this, not to say you can't share, but those things need to come out over time. That's what's called like pillow talk sometimes, like over time you'd be like, yeah, this happened to me in my past, or, whatever. You don't need to keep secrets, but you don't need to dump it all on somebody in the first, 2 weeks of knowing each other, because then all you're focused on is the trauma, right? So this is saying go slow, but the intentions are good. What's the outcome? Queen of Pentacles, again saying you really need to be thinking about it. Go slow, try to pull out some of that emotion. So this is looking really like the real strong message is be very careful with your time. Not to say you can't give time, not to say you should withhold your time, but just go slow. Go slow. Ooh, my future bride. I hope that helped. It's exciting. Let's see what you're saying. Good. I'm glad you thought that was good advice. Yay. I'm glad. All right, guys, we are approaching the witching hour. The witching hour is when I need to shut down donations because I also need to be able to end at a decent time. So I see Rising Storm has also donated. We have got Julie up next with Charlie Bear, Jaded Kate, and Rising Storm. Let me see. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's about, So in about 5 minutes, I'm going to shut down donations. So please let me know if you donate, okay? But I am going to shut down donations in about 5 minutes so we can go through the list and do our thing. All right, my friend Julie. Julie, how you doing? Just getting an update on the energy. How's Mike feeling about me and our connection right now? All right, so Julie, what happened this weekend? Were you able to get together? Were you not? Did you, or just whatever? I mean, you don't have to share if you don't want to. I'm just curious. We're going to use Arcanum. Arcanum. All right, so we need an update on the energy about Mike's feelings about Julie. Julie's and your connection. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? You did not get together. Remember, that's what the card said. It looked like might not happen. All right, so let's find out. Let's find out. That's right, Julie. I do remember. Julie was not going to reach out for a couple weeks and see what happened. You didn't. Look at you, Queen of Swords. Look at you. You might not have said anything yet, but you certainly making that impact, right? That message is received. He reached out twice. Woo! I knew it. I knew it. All right, Julie. What's going on, Mike? What's going on with your connection with Julie? With Julie. With Julie. With Julie. Okay, let's find out. All right. Oh, hey, Anastasia. Welcome. Welcome to the channel. We're just about ready to wrap up the donation list. So we will be shutting it down and then the list will be closed. If you would like to donate and get a reading, you certainly can. My link is in the description. Donations do come first. I always recognize donations as priority questions. So freebies come after donations if we have time, or in the absence of donations. Some shows I don't have any. Other shows it's the full show. So it's just kind of a luck of the draw. It's kind of a crapshoot. Oh, okay, Mike. All right. So we have Four of Swords energy. He said he was super busy and can't hang out, but he let you know on his own, right? Because you know what that says to me, that it's almost like becoming a reoccurring standing plan, because he's telling you you're busy and he's busy, can't hang out. Did you ask him to hang out, or did he just reach out to tell you that? I guess that would matter. Okay, well, that's okay. But let's just read this first and then we'll decide. I'll check back in a second. Anyway, Four of Swords. This is the energy for the entire spread. This talks about kind of refocusing your direction, like figuring out like, okay, what is my next step? This is Swords. Swords is communication. And notice, sitting there trying to figure, this is probably Mike noticing that the communication isn't there, right? So, yeah, let's see what this is, and then we'll be able to pull that in a little bit more specifically. Queen of Wands. That's you, Julie. That's you. Oh, wow, we got the Ten of Pentacles. Everything's looking good. Okay, the feeling about you and your connection. I think that it did make a difference, the non-communication. I think he's kind of realized that, because you know why? Because you're the freaking Queen of Wands. This made you look more secure, maybe, or confident, or, something like that. The lack of communication, not the lack, the leaving the ball in his court kind of thing, and not reaching out, or, made him say, wow, she's, well, not but I mean, yeah, this is somebody who's confident. This is somebody who knows what she wants and who's doing her own thing. We often want something the minute it's gone. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying you're gone, but that communication is gone, right? So he's like, hey, man, I haven't heard from Julie, so what should we do? We should think about a new way to do things, right? Boom. So then we've got our Ten of Pentacles here on the end. The Ten of Pentacles is still that over, or I should say underlying current in the thinking process. We're still looking for that ultimate happiness. This is very much also involving money, wanting to have that financial stability. But this is somebody who wants to, that's the goal. I mean, that is still coming through. That desire to make it a happy home, a family, those kinds of things, money. It's still there. So I think the intentions are good. Here it is. We got the Fool. And the Fool comes up right before our Queen of Wands. And remember, this is our clarifier for everything. So refocusing, like taking another look at things. Well, guess what that inspires? A brand new journey. The Fool is the granddaddy of new journeys. This is something, about let's start something, this guy, I mean, look he's not looking where he's going, right? He's about, but look, he's stopping and he's kind of asking advice from astrology, from the planets, from the universe. Now, I'm not saying Mike is standing out on a cliff and being like, what should I do? But this shows somebody who is thoughtful about what they do, like not somebody who wants to just run and fall off the cliff, like thinks about it. So that's definitely made him see that you are more confident. It's also inspired, again, that movement, but again, going slowly, just because not wanting to make a mistake. And he's kind of, now again, I don't think he's standing out there, I don't know if he's into astrology or not either. I mean, I don't think, that's not what I'm saying necessarily, but it implies, trying to make sure that you're doing it right. That's the way to say it. Oh, Julie, let's see what our outcome is. Let's look at the outcome. We need the outcome. Cut card. Pcha! What do we got? Woo! We've got justice. That is awesome. Justice. That is all about balance. That's all about fairness. Balance in the communication. Fairness. It's not, he hasn't been treating you very fairly by leaving you hanging or uncertain. Maybe he doesn't even realize that you're like uncertain. Well, he should, because clearly he has a brain, but maybe, everybody interprets things differently. So you never know, what people are thinking. But anyway, so, justice talks about things going in a fair way, things evening out. That's the best way to say it. Now, it's not a swords suit, but she often, I already closed it. Unfortunately, I already put it back. But this justice card is often, there is usually a sword in there too, which talks about, guess what? Communication. That talks about not being intimidated and getting what you are owed. You are owed some communication. So it looks good. It looks like it's making an impact, Julie. Thank you for your donation. All right, Charlie Bear. I'm going to put up my banner right now. I'm putting this on. Remember, I'm going to do the donations, so don't freak out. But I'm saying this now for anybody who comes. I don't want anybody to be upset. There you go, Julie. Embrace that power. You're the Queen of Wands, too. Woo! Sometimes you got to pull out that Queen of Swords, but you know what? You're doing good. All right. Oh, my future bride, you donated again. Thank you, dear. All right. So, I wrote my future fright. Not what I meant. Charlie Bear. Let's find out. Oh, Charlie Bear had to leave. Charlie Bear had to leave. So let's do Charlie Bear's reading, and I'm sure Charlie is listening to the playback. Thanks, Charlie Bear. Sorry you had to go. My question is, when will I be able to escape this financial services team and start a new adventure in the next 2 months? The last 2 interviews failed. Man, and something changed in the energy. The energy before was not saying that. So, I'm going to do my thing, guys. I got to remind you about how energy works, okay? Energy is always swirling. It's always moving. We have free will, so we can bonk those energy swirls into another direction if we need to. And other people have free will too, so they can block the energy. What my point is, the cards are reading the energy of the moment. This is saying right now, from this perspective, if nothing changes, this is the likely outcome. So, it's good to check in, but energy can change. And that's the only thing I can think of, because it was pretty clear. I don't know what happened in there. Let's use the Witch's Tarot. Let's use the Witch's Tarot, and we're going to find out for Charlie Bear. When is Charlie Bear going to be able to escape the financial services team? Need a new adventure in the next 2 months. In the next 2 months. Whoops, I dropped a card. When you bend over and grunt, that you must need some more exercise or something. So excuse my grunt. All right, Charlie Bear. 2 months. The last 2 interviews failed, and we are wanting to move on. Hopefully in the next 2 months. What do we see? What do we see? What do we see? Uh-oh, you hear my grandson? I don't know if you can hear it. They're in my stepdaughter and her son are in the other room while I do my show, but he's not having a good day. I can hear him. I don't know if you can. He's not happy. He's going to be 3. So, as you probably know, a lot of 3-year-olds aren't happy a lot of times. I think, there's terrible 2s. It's terrible 3s. He's a sweet boy, though. He really is. He's very good, and he has good manners, and he's loving. He's a good boy. All right. Let's find out what's going on. Woo! All right. So, our Knight of Swords. This talks about being excited and wanting to rush in and do something. So, when you're super excited and you're like, yeah, I can't wait. Let's just do it. Yeah. And the momentum's going and that excitement's going. But guess what? Our Knight of Swords is somebody who gets excited and races in, but he usually hasn't planned things. He's very unorganized. He's kind of not looking at the whole picture. So this is kind of like a look before you leap kind of card. And not, what? I think of this with relationships, in the hope of I don't want to be alone, or I'm lonely, or I want to be with somebody, or, we oftentimes get in a relationship for that reason and not the reasons we should. The reasons we should are what? We are compatible. We get along. You're funny. You're smart. You're good looking, whatever. But when you get in a relationship for the sole fact that you don't want to be alone and you fill the void and now I'm not lonely, that's about jumping in without thinking. So what this kind of suggests to me is as much as you want to get out and things like that, don't do something hastily without really looking at the entire picture, just out of excitement, wanting something new. Oh, you got some good stuff. All right. So this is, yeah, this makes sense. Okay. So, 9 of Swords, again, Knight of Swords, not 9, Knight, is the clarifier card for all of these, because it is the overarching energy. We've got our Magician card here. If you're into the law of attraction, this is your card, baby. This is about manifesting something. This is about starting something brand new. This is a seed. This is planting a seed for something. The Magician, he can do anything, and he's got all the suits, and he can do anything with each of those suits. The one we're looking for is Pentacles. Pentacles is work and money and finances and things like that. This is talking about, starting something new. That is exactly what we want. And we also phrase the question as 2 months. So this should be picking up on the next, 2 months. I mean, whatever we're expecting. So this talks also about thinking creatively, okay, I've been kind of thinking X, Y, and Z need to happen in order to be the right thing for me. Well, what if it's PQRM? Don't disregard PQRM just because you think it's X, Y, Z. Does that make sense? Okay. Right after that, we have our Lover's card. Now, if it were a love reading, this would be awesome, right? But this is talking about rekindling a connection. In this case, in this question, this talks about rekindling something. Do you have somebody that you're connected to? Maybe in the past, maybe at another job, maybe somebody you met through your current job that you might not be, maybe you were talking about, now I know you're not trying to start a new business, but like, if you had an idea and a coworker, a friend, and be like, that'd be great if we did this business, and then you don't talk again about it for 3 months, that would be the same kind of concept. Now, I'm not suggesting you're opening a new business, but I think you get where I'm going. So have you been networking? This says you should be. You need to network. Now, here we go. We got the devil. In this deck, it calls it the shadow side. But the devil is talking about kind of, it's about kind of like having a breakthrough. It's a breakthrough. You're kind of released from the current situation where you're not happy. You're not happy, right? So it's almost like being held by the devil, being held by any kind of negative thoughts, negative energy, things of that nature. And what this card serves as is a reminder to say, that you have power that you might not be using, stored power that you need to open up and kind of like not replenish, release that kind of stored energy, So this all is saying that some of this is hinging on you. It could be you're blocking yourself with your thoughts. I'm a huge believer in the law of attraction. I know that you all know this probably by now. But you know what? It's just like if you buy a red car, you drive around, all of a sudden everybody has a red car. No, you're just noticing it now, right? So if you're thinking negative, if you're, getting excited, and it doesn't work out, and you're thinking about how things don't work out, you're going to find more ways to notice how it's not working out. Do you see? Now, that's not to say you should ignore it or lie to yourself when things aren't working. I mean, I'm not saying that. But when things aren't working, you got to look for what is. And when you can't find it, you got to imagine how it'll be when you find it. Do you see? I'm creating some videos on law of attraction. I hope you guys it'll take me a bit, but I've been working hard on it. Anyway, let's see what the outcome is. We're looking at 2 months. We want to go. Oh, yeah. You couldn't have gotten something better. This is a new opportunity in work and money. Literally, look it up. That's what it means. Literally. New opportunity in the realm of pentacles, which is work and money. So 2 months. Now, I think what it's asking you to do is to network. I think you've got some networking opportunities that you might not have thought about. You also have you don't want to hold yourself back by not thinking of everything. You might not get it in your own company. Maybe you got to go elsewhere. Not sure, but it definitely is implying there's a networking component and that something new is going to start. We not only had that ace on the cut card, we got the magician, and then our overarching energy is just the advice that, don't just think you found it just because you're super excited or trying to escape where you are. Think about it before you just jump, But it looks like in the next 2 months, I mean, that Ace of Pentacles, that's literally, and with our magician, are you kidding me? Oh, yeah. Ooh, Charlie. So maybe look outside your company. You've been trying to stay there, and, you got to just maybe branch out. And I think networking is going to be a friend for you. All right, guys. All right, we have got Jaded Kate up next. Yes, the ace is money, 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 money. Hello, I am not sure I know how to say your name, honey. I don't want to butcher it. As Zakichil. I'm so sorry. I'm American and I speak English and only English, and my mouth doesn't make the cool sounds that other beautiful languages have. So I sound like but I'm sorry. I'm sure it's beautiful if I were to say it correctly. All right. So what we're doing, we're looking for Jaded Kate's question. Here is the list, guys, just so you're aware. We've got Jaded Kate up next, then we have Rising Storm, and then My Future Bright, and then we're going to wrap up the show. So these will be my last readings today. Just wanted to give you a heads up, and we will keep moving. Oh, thank you, Anastasia. Anastasia said my voice is calming and fun. I love it. Thank you. All right. So you wrote Sepe a letter. He has read it, but I'm still not ready to talk again. How will this develop between us? Will he reach out or confess his feelings, or will he wait for a signal from me? All right. Well, we're going to use secret tarots. We are using secret tarots. All right, Sepe, what are you doing? You read Jaded Kate's letter. Jaded Kate is not ready to talk. How is this going to develop? Are you going to reach out, or what are you going to do? Are you waiting for Jaded Kate to do it, or are you going to do it? All I have to say about that is Sepe should do it. But we'll see what the cards say. I love it. The tarot cards are like my cell phone to the universe. All of you. You could use the same cell phone. But anyway, it's the cell phone to the universe. I shuffle, I ask a question, I lay it out, and it's ringing. So we get our answers. Ooh, we've got 10 of Pentacles. Okay. 10 of Pentacles energy is about getting that happy home, that secure, happy home. This also has a money component to it, financial stability, because it is Pentacles. The 10 is the end of the suit. It starts with Ace, with the brand new idea of a happy, home. And then we've got the end. So we're at that moment. This is the arching energy. So what is this about? We need to see what these are. We need to see what these are. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we have got, now again, this is going to be our clarifier for each of the cards. We've got our Four of Wands. This is all about a foundation. This is about starting something, and it's like the first, layer of bricks. So when you're building a house, that foundation needs to be strong, but there is more to come. I mean, obviously, if you lay a foundation with bricks and you're building a house, you got to keep going. You need to build the second story and the roof or whatever. But it's that celebration that foundation is there, right? This is you. This is the Queen of Swords. This is where you get in and you say, what's up? This is you. This is your letter. Oh, Zakchidi, you did not need to say sorry. It's okay. I just wanted to give you a heads up. And Mavi, yes, it is free tarot readings. I choose free questions, but donations do go first. So if people want to make a donation, I definitely do theirs first. So everybody does have that option. I know it's not everybody. I know everybody can't take advantage of that option. I get it. But yeah, so just to explain, I don't want anybody to feel left out. Back to this. This is you, Jaded Kate. You were telling him what's up. You giving him that truth. That's what swords are all about, right? So then after that, we're coming up with our Seven of Swords. Now, the Seven of Swords talks about leaving something behind. It's kind of like stealing something. It's kind of about leaving something, but like leaving it behind to go do something else. This is the cheater's card. This is the card where, leaving somebody and sneaking away. Yeah, this is the cheater card. What's going on with this? Okay, let's do, we need something more. We need a little more. All right, so this is you for sure. I already know that. And this is your foundation you built together. You're not ready to talk. How is it going to develop? I think that he still wants to see you. Let's get a confirmation on that. Still wanting to see Jaded Kate. Absolutely, it's the sun. So it's clarified again with the sun. The sun is all about optimism. It's about success. I think he definitely feels like, you will bend, you will succumb to, his will, or you'll come back, or you'll drop it, or it won't matter in the end. What that letter said, I don't know, but all those things, he's like, and look he's coming in. It's, but he wants to be with you. He still wants to be with you. So let's see what the outcome is. All right. We need to know about confessing feelings. Let's do another throwdown. I didn't even ask that. Will he reach out? Not yet. Not yet. This is about trying to work it through. This is our 5 of Wands. This is all about working it through. Not saying it's a bad card. You know, it's not a fight necessarily. It sometimes is, but a lot of times it's like trying to get on the same page, bickering. Queen of Swords, bickering moment. Yep. Is he going to wait for a signal from Jaded Kate? Oh, you got the Devil card. Yeah. He is thinking he's in charge. You got the Devil. This is about releasing suppressed energy. This is about breaking free. This is about feeling trapped, and you need to break free. This is about, feeling like oppressed in some way. He's waiting for you. He's going to wait for you, as of right now. Now, as time goes along, maybe he's waiting for you to make a move at this point. But in a week, maybe he'll be like, oh shit, man, it's been a week and I haven't heard from Jaded Kate. Maybe that'll change it. Again, free will. Who's using free will right now? Jaded Kate, by not reaching out. Does that make sense? Okay. So, outcome. What's our outcome energy? Flip it. Oh, yay. We've got our 10 of Cups. We started off with this. Okay. I think that, you know what? He is still wanting to see that joining together of you two. He enjoys that. And I remember we saw the sun here when I asked, about this one to clarify. Yeah, he still wants that from you. We've got 2 10s. He still wants that from you. He still thinks that you can have that. But I think he also thinks he's in charge here. And I don't like that one, just because that's sort of like the cheating card. I don't know how else to say it. But yeah, there is hope. All right. All right, Jaded Kate, I hope that helped. I hope it helped. Sepe, snap out of it. Get with the picture. All righty, Rising Storm, thank you so much for your donation. And then we've got My Future Bright right up after Rising Storm, and then we are going to wrap up the show. Thank you all for having patience and for listening and participating. You guys bring such a great, strong energy. Whether I read your question or not, you're all part of the energy for the show. So I appreciate you being here. You add something, and I appreciate you all. Rising Storm. Who is coming toward me in love? Maybe someone from the past. Ooh la la. Let's find out. We're going to use the Edgar Allan Poe. The Edgar Allan Poe Tarot. Ooh, and I am terrible shuffler today. Wow, I don't know what my deal is. All right. So don't forget, guys, if you would like a personal reading and, even if you don't have a lot to spend, my first level package starts at $5. So it's not super expensive. I get you your reading. It's personal to you on a video, and you get it within 24 hours. Check out my link in the description for my personal readings over on Fiverr. Okay. The Love Boat. I gotta download a clip of Love Boat's theme song so that you guys will know why I'm singing that stupid show. Jaded Kate, I did not read your comment about that, but I remembered some of that, and I'm sure, and because you're learning tarot, you know that our Seven of Swords is often the cheating card. Not always, but often. Whoa. All right, let me just get this back in there. Hiya, hiya, hiya. Ooh, you love that deck, Rising Storm says. Cool, man. I know, me too. I don't know all of the Edgar Allan Poe stories. So some of it, the connections are lost on me there as far as the imagery. But obviously I know what the cards mean, and I get stuff off the imagery even though I don't know the stories sometimes. I know a few. I mean, obviously, Telltale Heart, I'm sure everybody's heard of. And if you haven't, it's on The Simpsons even. People who hadn't learned about it before might say they know it from The Simpsons. Isn't that funny? Okay, so what's coming toward you in love? This is our death card. This is the primary energy for the entire spread. It's the strongest thing that the tarot is picking up on. Never worry when you see death. It does not mean somebody's dying. It's actually positive. It means that something is ending and something else beginning, something of consequence. So this doesn't mean like, oh, the television show I watched ended and a new show is starting. No, of course not. That would be ridiculous. This is about something important, like ending and something important beginning. It can be a person, it can be an event, or it can be a phase of your life. So maybe something different is coming, and that's dying. The first is dying and ending up in something new. Let's find out what we've got. Ooh, okay. So something is coming. Something is coming. First, we got change. Change is a brewing. That is for sure. Change is brewing. Well, guess what? It's somebody who's coming in, going slowly. They could be coming from the, where's my finger? There we go. Past. It could be, because this is showing like a guided journey, a journey that takes a while to get somewhere, to go to the next shore, to take that next step. It's also talking about a guided journey, meaning coming in together. However, the big thing about our Six of Swords is carrying your baggage with you. You do not want to do that. If this person is somebody from the past, it would make sense how easily it would be to pull along your baggage on the boat, which is not necessarily a bad thing. You obviously, all of us have baggage. We all have baggage from something in our life, right? We all do. It's how you address that baggage. You got to resolve it and things like that. The Six of Swords is also about a beginning of a new journey, a new voyage. So let's see. Let's keep going. All right. So we've got our Chariot, and this is talking about things moving. Things are coming. This talks about clearing away the clutter of your life and dropping it all and just saying, let's just go. Well, this is awesome coming after this, because what do we need to drop and clear the clutter of? Baggage. We got to get rid of that. Something is ending. The time of baggage. We're getting rid of it. And then we're going to move, right? Moves right over here into our Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is known as the best friend and the best spouse. So that is awesome. She's the queen. She has all of that nurturing, supportive energy as a queen. She's stable, secure. This queen is all about love and close relationships and things. The only thing and warning with our Queen of Cups is don't be super moody. The moodiness you might have a tendency. I don't know if you're overly emotional or moody. I know I am, but all of us can fall into a place where we're maybe being overly emotional or something like that. Some people are moodier than others, like moi, but either way, it is saying, watching those emotions. But this is somebody who's known as the best spouse. So we're not getting it super clear. I think this might be able to be representing somebody from your past. I feel pretty good about it. Let's just do a quick clarifier on that one. Ooh, well, what is that? Nope, I don't like you. We got to shuffle over because I had an upside down card and I did not know it. Fresh shuffle, fresh shuffle. What's coming? What's coming in love? Okay. This full rising storm. Okay, so now we're going to clarify it. Sorry. I don't like to do it when something's not right. Ooh, Ace of Pentacles. So this is, now it's not Ace of Cups. If it were Ace of Cups, it would talk about a brand new love starting, which would be clearly somebody new, not somebody from the past, you see. But it's Ace of Pentacles, which is a new beginning, but it's Pentacles. This talks about, one of the things that is most closely associated with Pentacles is money, which it is about that. But one of the other things, this is our physical world. So our daily life, things that we use to get by in our daily life and manage things. So for me, a lot of times when I see this, I think about time, about a new opportunity to start thinking about time. Well, if it's going slow, no, you're going to have a lot of time, won't you? Now, is this, we're just going to ask straight out, is this something from the past? Please, we need to know for Rising Storm. Okay. Oh boy, you're getting the screen. You're getting it. You got the 3 of Pentacles. And do you know why you're going to get the mind blown screen? Because the 3 of Pentacles is all about success and new chapters starting based off of your past. Your past work, and this is all coming new. Oh my God, mind blown on that one, Rising Storm. This looks like, yes, it is probably something from the past coming in. It's something new starting, the death of something, which I would hope, you know, if you had a bad relationship that ended, you know, at some point, not necessarily even a bad one, but, you know, just something ending at some point. You know, that would make sense. Something new starting as a new opportunity with that same person. Could also indicate the death of something, like things are changing now. Where you are right now could be closing that book and a new chapter opening. Either way, but because of all these, I'm wondering if it's something about the past. And I'm wondering if one of the reasons, you know, this might not have developed originally is probably because of time. I'm just getting time from this a lot. So, yeah. So we're going to do what we just did. We did the outcome. But, yeah. Oh, my. You got that mind. You got my mind blown. So, yeah, I do. I think it's from the past. I absolutely do. Now, if it was an ex, then clearly that would make sense about baggage and finding time for each other and all that. If it was just a friend from the past, you know, maybe that's why your ships didn't cross. Maybe that's why it just didn't happen at that time. Maybe other baggage in your life and in your other person's life is making things go slower. Like maybe, you know, when we're ready, sometimes other people aren't ready. Like when people are single and they're like, why? I'm a good person. I'm very well adjusted. And And I'm like, because the person you're waiting for isn't ready themselves yet. And you got to wait till you find them when they're ready. We're all working on our journey, you know? Ooh, I hope that helps, Rising Storm. All right. We've got my future bright, my friend. This is going to be my last reading for today. I'm going to change banners and I'm going to do that so that anybody new coming will see what is up. Thank you so much. Let's see what we've got. I am starting over in my life romantically and all, which is why I stated that in my previous question. But I wanted to know what are Ty's feelings toward me. He is the ex that I left recently. Ooh, let's find out. Let us find out what is up with the Tarot in Wonderland. You guys interested in looking at any of the decks I use? I have a flip through video. It's called Quick Peek. I literally do a quick peek and you can see all the cards. I do not open the box on camera. I don't do any of that. I do it fast. Well, I show you the cards, but I mean, it's a relatively easy one to digest. You know, it's like 8 minutes or something. So check it out. I have a playlist if you want to see the cards. All right. What are Ty's? You're welcome, Rising Storm. All right, what is that ex thinking? Looking at Ty. Tays. Okay. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. I'm saying Ty and Tay, so I said it both ways. One of them's right, probably. All right. I don't think it matters because I'm focusing in on the energy, you know, and it does help. Names, faces, all of that does help. I do wish we were face to face. Ooh, and I'm trying to set up a second camera so that I can put myself like in the corner and not in a coffee cup. Yeah, you. But anyway, so hopefully you guys can, you know, we can interact that way. I wish I could see you guys. But anyway, let's look. Ooh, Five of Wands. All right, we've got five of Wands energy coming in as the strongest energy and the clarifier for each of these cards. This is kind of about having differences and not being on the same page. We got to see what these are to really pull in, the more of a specific meaning, but just generally speaking, it looks like there's still a lot of energy focused on just butting heads, not being on the same page, not all in agreement of how to grow. Wands, growth. Let's find out what we got here. Oh yeah, but he thinks you're coming back. That's exactly what he thinks. And it couldn't even be more clear. Or anybody on here who reads cards, you see what I'm saying. This is like very, very, very clear reading. Okay, so here we are. We're not on the same page. We're maybe arguing. We are disagreeing about something, right? Well, what does he think? I asked specifically about his feelings. He does want to be with you. Two of Cups is, other than the Lovers is a little stronger message, but our Two of Cups says a very similar message about, this is the couple card. I mean, energy coming together, swirling together, everything going great. This is how it works. So, but you're not seeing eye to eye yet. So what's he doing? He's going to give it a little bit of time. He's going to give it a little time and see if you calm down, see if you change your mind, whatever, giving it some time to think about. And then he's going to come back in. We've got our Knight of Cups. You know what I call the Knight of Cups? It's the ooh la la card. This is, think of your favorite romantic movie star and insert your person's name here. This is who this is. So the Knight of Cups thinks they're going to come in and sweep you off your feet. And it's more of that romantic thing, like, hey, baby, not like, ooh, I'm going to convince you by being logical and discussing this and la, la, la. No, this is more like the hey, baby card. The hey, baby. So he is waiting for you to calm down. He does still want to be with you, but he's waiting for you to calm down. And then he thinks as soon as you calm down, it'll all be back to normal. All you guys who read cards, look at that. Holy crap. All right, let's see what our outcome is. Bum, bum. All right, so this is our Three of Wands. It's all about deciding. Now, I think that you can expect there is going to be contact. He's going to be Knight of Cups, so you might be like, ooh, hey, baby, ooh. Well, that might make you think again of how to start again, how to do this, how to reconcile, how to rekindle. I think it's up to you, though, because I think he's going to be coming in. I think he's waiting, letting you think about it for a while, letting it calm down, but then he's back. And then you're going to have to decide. Don't get swept up in the hey, baby, though. Don't get swept up in the hey, baby. Get swept up in the reality and solidness of, is that a word? Of the relationship and where it's going. Obviously, you can't just put a Band-Aid on things and think it's going to be better. You know what I always say? If you fell down and scraped your knee, you fell on like a gravelly road, there's dirt, there's little pieces of grass, all this crap. You have this scrape on your knee, right? You go inside and you're going to take care of it. You get out your little first aid kit and you slap a Band-Aid on there. You don't wash it. You don't put ointment on it, like antibacterial stuff, nothing. You just put a Band-Aid on it. And then what's going to happen? You didn't clean it. It's going to get all infected. Ew, ew, and ew. And you didn't do the necessary work. So this is what I'm saying. You can't just put a Band-Aid on that scraped knee. You got to clean it first, and you clean it by working out the BS, right? You clean it. And then you can see if there's a Band-Aid to put on it or not. Can you solve it? Can you fix it? That's up to you. But yeah, I do think the feelings are there, and I do think he thinks that it's just going to be as soon as you calm down, as soon as enough time goes by, zoop, 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 and there he is. Hey, baby, what's up? And then you are going to think about it and see what you want to do. Giving it time. So yes, ma'am, I won't be putting a Band-Aid on it. I'm going to observe. There you go. he's coming back. That reading was super clear. I should have done the mind blown screen. I should have. I didn't think of it at the time because I was too wrapped up in how much coolness there was. Oh, and you're saying I said it right the second way. So Tay, right? Not Ty, it's Tay. Good thing I said it both ways, right? All right, my friends, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for the donations. And Jaded Kate, thank you so much for helping everything be organized and helping out. You are awesome. Everybody send her a high five. Now let me take this stuff off of here. I got banners, I got things running. Now, as you know, I just talked about it a minute ago, but I just want to remind you, I won't go into my huge spiel, but check out my link in there for Fiverr if you're interested in personalized reading within 24 hours, starting at $5. You can go onto Fiverr, and it's easy breezy, simple, and I will send you your own video. So check it out. And got to do it every day. Watch out for the corona. My public service announcement every day. You got to be wearing your mask, all that good stuff. Don't get sick. I'll be personally mad at you if you get sick and you don't come here anymore. All right, my friends, thank you so much. You have a great rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow.